Hi everyone! Today I am so excited because we are going to be crocheting my Halloween costume. I'm actually going to be making a Halloween costume for me and my partner, but I'm going to be making us the same costume just in different colors. So honestly, I originally had it in my mind that I wanted to make a way bigger costume this year, but I just do not have the time. So hopefully next year I can complete that. But I still really wanted to make something for Halloween this year, so I'm going to try and keep it a little bit simpler. So for Halloween this year, my partner and I are gonna be frogs. I'm super excited about it, honestly. And I thought that it would be like a pretty simple thing to do. I'm going to be using the frogaclava pattern by Ty Bailey. So we're gonna have our little frogaclavas on. I'm also gonna try and make these froggy gloves by Doorbell Crochet. So like I said, definitely way simpler this year, but I still wanted to do something, so hopefully y'all don't mind. I'm still not sure what colors I want to do yet. For myself, I'm debating either a green or a purple frog, and for my partner, I think I'm either going to do a green or a blue frog. Decisions. I don't want to buy yarn, so I'm definitely going to have to see what I have in my stash. The frogaclava pattern calls for a weight 6 bulky yarn, super bulky, and I know I don't have a ton of that, but I definitely have some. Definitely have some. Let me kind of see what my options are. Okay, I've gathered up some choices. So I have a decent amount of this green. So I believe this is Wool Ease, Lion Brand Wool Ease. And I think they're all the same color. They're just all in separate balls for some reason. Don't ask me why. But good option. I also have a decent amount of this blue. This is kind of a bright blue, a little bit lighter than I was originally thinking, but I think it's still a great frog blue. I don't know, you'll have to let me know what you think, but I could make us both green frogs too, I suppose. That's a little less fun. I asked my partner and he said surprise me, so. But then I also have some of this. This is Loops and Threads Impressions, and I thought it would be kind of cool to do a variegated frog, but then I wonder if this yarn is thick enough because this is a weight 5. So I'm unsure if it's gonna work. We might just have to adjust the pattern a little bit if we choose this route, because I have several different colors of this. I lost the label for this one, but it's a brand new skein as well. And then I also have this fun colorway, which is blue with like some purples in it, which I think is also quite fun. I don't know. Gonna have to decide. Gonna have to think about it a little bit. Honestly, my gut is telling me to do a green and a purple one, but I also don't know if I want to put in the mental effort of adjusting the pattern if I need to by using that thinner weight yarn. I'm gonna have to think about this one for a little bit. Okay, so I've been thinking about it, and I think I'm gonna try and make the frogaclavas first in the Loops and Threads Impressions, because I really love these colors and I think it'll be really fun variegated, so hopefully it works out. And if it's too thin, maybe I can try and hold it double and then kind of see what happens. But I just really love these colors together, and I really want to be a purple frog, so wish me luck. Okay, so I'm getting ready to do my gauge swatch, and it calls for a 6 weight chunky yarn, super chunky. Mine is not that. And it also calls for a 10mm hook, which I can't find my 10mm hook anywhere, and I know I have one because I bought one specifically for my eye sweater that I made. But fun fact, I am one of the most unorganized people on the planet. I try so hard to be organized. Well, I could try harder, if I'm being totally honest. Anyways, can't find my 10mm hook. I did find a 9mm hook, so we're gonna try that. I might need to double up the yarn. Luckily, there is a gauge swatch, as I already said. But it's nice, because then I know if this yarn's gonna work before I go through the process of making the whole thing. Also, when I was looking for my 10mm hook, I found my 4.5mm hook, so that is exciting. There's been multiple occasions where I could have used this, but now I have it. Now I know where it is. I'm putting it in my pencil holder, my desk caddy. Y'all, I'm not making this up. I just found this on the ground. It was like in between 2 baskets. I just looked down and I saw it. Okay. Wow. Grateful. Hashtag blessed or whatever. Okay, we are going to try out this gauge swatch. I'm actually gonna make the purple one first because that one's gonna be mine, and that way if it sucks, it's mine and not my partner's. But I'm gonna make the gauge swatch in this because the purple yarn's in the other rooms. So we're using the green yarn right now. I don't even have the pattern pulled up. Don't know what my plan was with that. I was just gonna make a random gauge swatch, I guess. Just having one of those days. Struggle bus. Using a hook this big is throwing me off. Okay, here's our gauge. Let me measure it. Let me measure my circumference so I know what size I'm doing. Oh, I'm like a cusper. My head's a cusper, so I'll just make the large size. I should probably measure my partner's size too. Ooh, y'all. Actually, my gauge is kind of on point. Maybe a little bit small, so probably best that I make the larger size, but it is kind of holy. But I think that'll be fine because we are going to a Halloween party and it will be indoors. So I think that this will work. Let me just ask my partner and make sure he's okay with the holes. I could double up and then size down a hook size. Yeah, let's do that. And then I'll show him both options and see which he likes better. I don't have my scissors. Option 1, I will double up and let's use the 9mm hook now. This is variegated yarn, but both the ends are actually like the same color, so weird how that works out. This variegated yarn like doesn't change color too much. Like it goes to a darker green, obviously, as you can see, but the difference between the light green and the dark green isn't drastic. Here are the two gauges. Let me measure. Alright, they're both about the same size. They're not significantly different in size, but they are significantly different in thickness. So here's the first one that we did. Quite holy. You can kind of see through it a little bit. And then here's the second one. So quite a bit thicker. I'm gonna go ask him which one he likes better, and I will report back. Okay, reporting back. Showed him both the options. He immediately said the thicker one, and then I said, alright, we are gonna be indoors. Are you planning on wearing the frogaclava outside of Halloween? And he said, probably not. And I said, okay, well, I'm just letting you know this one's probably gonna be quite warm, but it does look nicer than this one, because this one's quite holy, so it's kind of a hard decision. And then he said the thicker one again. I said, okay, are you sure? He's like, actually, make a thinner one, and then if it looks bad, then you can make a thicker one. And I'm like, okay, that's fair. So I'll start with mine. I will make the thinner one because I think I personally prefer the thinner one, even though, like, yeah, it's a little bit holy. I think that I don't want to be too hot. So I'm going to do the thinner one for sure for me, and then he can decide if he likes it or if he wants me to do the thicker one for his. So that's where we're at. Thinner one, I'm going to just do one thread with a 10mm hook. Let's get it. Can you see the vision yet? Ribbit, I'm gonna go for a walk. I am back from my walk. As you saw, it was absolutely gorgeous out. Beautiful day. And this is how far I am. Unfortunately, I was not able to get further than this because, as you saw, I forgot my yarn because I did not read ahead in the pattern. I didn't realize I was supposed to be making the mouth next, which is a different color. So this is the color I'm going to be using for the mouth. It actually is also Loops and Threads impression in this orange color. So that's fun. I think I'll have enough. So that's what I'm going to be working on now. That's all I really have to say about that. Oh, also I'm wearing my frog shirt, which is by Ty Bailey. So is this pattern. Very fitting. I didn't really plan that. It just was the first shirt I grabbed out of my laundry basket. So that's kind of cool. Anyways, time to make a mouth. Make a frog mouth. It's literally just one round. I probably could have just continued on. I probably could have done the next step of the pattern, but I didn't, and here we are, so all good. You live and you learn, right? I'm so excited. Okay. Yeah. I just needed to do one row in this, and I think I could have continued on with the pattern without doing this one row, but alas, I didn't, so here's what it looks like. It did start to change color, so there is quite a contrast in the starting orange and the ending orange, but I don't personally mind that. Hopefully you don't either, and if you do, sorry. Alright. This pattern is so fast. I think I'm actually... should I go down a hook size? Nah. Should I? Sure. I'm gonna go down a hook size for the ribbing. Alright, so obviously my partner and I are being frogs this year for Halloween, but I'm so curious what everyone else is planning on being for Halloween. I love seeing everyone's Halloween costumes. It's so fun, like the day after Halloween when everyone's posting their costumes. I love it. So yeah, let me know what you're gonna be for Halloween, or if you're not dressing up this year. That's cool too, I guess. Whatever floats your boat. Some people just don't like dressing up, which I can understand that. Especially if you don't have anything to do on Halloween. I feel like I've had a few years in my life where I didn't really have any plans, so I didn't do anything. But I usually still dress up kind of like at work. I have these like dragon horns that I like to wear. And if you're not dressing up this year, but you normally do, let me know what your favorite Halloween costume that you've ever had was. I really loved when my partner and I dressed up as Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. That was pretty recently. Loved that one. I've dressed up as Beetlejuice before. One year I dressed up as a Ouija board. That was my quick, I didn't plan out my costume, so let me just do some funky makeup costume. But I liked it. Anyways, I'm gonna keep working on this ribbing. I think it's gonna take me a little bit. Ribbing. Okay, update with the ribbing. I started over. I decided to go up a hook size, well, you know, back to the original 10mm, just because I didn't like how tight the ribbing was looking. Personal preference. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like for ribbing, I always have to start over at least once. Like, it always takes me at least one try to kind of get my strategy down with ribbing. I don't know what it is. It's just not my forte. It just takes me a second to get into the rhythm, you know? I always forget what I like in ribbing too, if that makes sense, because there's like a ton of different ways you can do it. I don't know, I guess not like a ton of different ways, but you can like chain one at the end. You can, you know, in the last stitch you can go through both loops instead of just the back loop, which I prefer to do, but I always forget for some reason that that's what I prefer to do. I feel like inevitably I have to start over at least once. Maybe it's because I don't do ribbing like too often. Whatever it is, we're on track now, so this is what we're looking like so far. Not too shabby. Okay, check it out. Finished the ribbing. Nice. I love it. I love it. What do you think? I think it looks great. I just finished this while watching Beetlejuice. I was talking about Beetlejuice and then I felt the urge to watch it, so I did. And so I finished the ribbing on this one, and then I didn't feel like getting up and getting more yarn, so I actually started on the green one. And this is where I'm at with that. So I think I'm going to continue working on this one and just get to the point that I'm at with this one, and then I can do both the eyeballs at the same time. And then after the eyeballs, I think that's pretty much it. I think you embroider something for the nose. This works up so quickly. The ribbing took me a little bit longer, but I mean, that's to be expected because it's ribbing And ribbing just takes a little bit, you know? I should be done with this shortly. Then I'll add the mouth, and then we'll do the eyeballs. Alright, I lied. I'm gonna make the eyeballs now because I want to watch Edward Scissorhands. I guess I'm just on a Tim Burton kick. I don't know. It's Halloween. But I want to watch it with my partner, but he's playing video games for like 30 minutes. So I'm gonna work on the eyeballs right now. That's it. That's my reasoning. I got to get some white yarn and some black yarn. So let me do that. Okay, I found chunky white yarn. I thought I had chunky black yarn, but I think that I used it all on my niece's Christmas gift last year. So we're gonna double up this black acrylic that I have. I think it'll be fine. We don't need it for a long time, so just gonna do a little double up action. Already got a knot in it though. I have to make 4 of these. Should I just make the green eyeballs right away? I think I will. Why not? Kind of holy. This is how it looks, but I think I'm gonna size down because I don't think that this black yarn is quite thick enough. Well, should I triple it up? Is that too much? Let me just double check I don't have thicker yarn. Otherwise, I might even try tripling up this yarn because I think if I size down, the eyes will be too small. Or I don't know. Okay, I have black chenille yarn, so I'm gonna try that instead. See how this looks. This is kind of thin too, though. I don't know. Oh yeah, I think this is gonna look way better. Alright, there we go. Yeah, this chenille looks so much better. There's no holes, which, well, I mean, obviously if you stretch it, there's holes. But that just looks so much better. Yay, okay. Alright, let me make another one, and then we gotta do the eyelids. I didn't bring my scissors in here again. Oh. Just why? Open your eyeballs. Just look. Anyways. Alright, I made one eyelid. Sorry, I did not film. I think I'll probably stuff these, but I might stuff them with felt. I have purple felt, so that way the polyfill won't like go through. Maybe I can like sew a felt lining into them actually, and then stuff them. I don't think I have green felt. I love it. Cute. How do we feel about it? Oh my gosh, that's perfect. Yeah. It's the little things that bring you joy, you know? Ooh-wee. Okay, got to make the other one now. I'm trying to film a short or like a reel or whatever. A short form content. So hard to remember to do. Second eyelid. Ta-da! I was supposed to leave a long tail on this one to sew to the hat. I didn't do that. So we are going to learn from our mistake this time. I don't even know if that was long enough. Probably not. Oh well. Yay! And they're like the same color too, pretty much. That's exciting. Still debating if I'm gonna stuff them or not. I might not need to. They might just like kind of stay up without needing stuffage. In the pattern it says that Ty did not stuff his eyeballs and they look great. So I guess we'll see. I am gonna make the pupils and scleras for the green frog one real quick, and then I'm going to go finish up the ribbing for that one so that we can be on the same page with both of them. So that is my plan. I will meet back up with you in a little bit. Okay y'all, so last night I finished up the green base. So now I have the green and the purple all done. Look at them. Oh my gosh, so cute. So I just need to finish up the eyeballs for the green one, and then we can sew them on, and then I think I'm pretty much done. I do want to make some froggy gloves as well to go with our costume. If I don't get to them, it's not the end of the world, but I don't think they're gonna take too long, so we're gonna at least try. But for now, I am going to make the green eyes. I already have the pupils and the sclera. So now we just need to do the eyelid, which I don't think will take very long. So let me just go ahead and do that. I have so much yarn that I need to put away just in general in my room because I finished up a bunch of tapestries lately kind of at the same time, and now I have like this project going on, and honestly my room is just a mess right now. I think I memorized the eyelid pattern, so I think I can just do this without looking at the pattern. Should I? Is that smart? Probably not. I should probably consult the pattern, but I kind of want to try. But yeah, this frogaclava is a very, very quick pattern. So I know that by the time you're watching this, you will probably have your Halloween costume figured out because this is going to be coming out the day before Halloween. But if for some reason you don't, and you want a last minute costume, you could make this in a day for sure. I just kept getting distracted, forgot the yarn I needed, you know, that kind of thing. But yeah, it truly is like a very, very, very quick and easy pattern. So I highly recommend it. And evidently, weight 5 yarn works fine. Probably has a little bit more holes in the pattern than it would if you use a chunkier yarn, but like the gauge, at least my gauge, worked out pretty perfectly. So I am grateful for that because these are the colors I really wanted to use and I was able to use them. So as far as memorizing the pattern for the eyelids is concerned, I did that. I guess when you make the same thing 6 times, maybe you memorize it. Okay, eyelid. I will remember to leave a long tail because I learn from my mistakes, usually. Ta-da! Oh, it's perfect. Okay, let me make the other one really quick. All right, there we go. Nice and easy. And now I just have to sew them on. Okay, line them up, line them up. Just using stitch markers to kind of figure out where I want to place it. I'm not as crooked. I love it. Okay, now I gotta do it again. Oh my gosh, they're so funny without like a head in them. I did myself the pleasure of weaving in the ends of the eyeballs before attaching them for this one. I still need to weave in the ends for this one, and I need to weave in all the other ends for this one, but it looks so good. So these are basically done. Just gotta weave in some ends and I gotta put on the little nostrils. So hopefully that won't take very long. But I am gonna go ahead and get started on the gloves as well. Froggy gloves, patterned by Doorbell Crochet. So I don't think that these will take very long. I guess we'll see. It calls for weight 5, perfect. So that's what we're using. As always, I will go ahead and make mine first. I do think that these eyes kind of turned out better than the ones I did for myself. So that's why I do mine first, because that way my partner's turns out looking better. So let's go ahead and get started. I need a 5.5mm hook. Perfect. Let's get it. We're starting with ribbing, my favorite. I'm not super far yet. This is what it looks like. These aren't like full mittens, by the way. They're like fingerless gloves or whatever. So I'm just gonna keep going. I did change the pattern up a little bit because that's what I do. Just a little bit. It's a very customizable pattern in the way that it's kind of vague with the instructions. It's a little bit like, this is how many I did. You might need more or less. Which makes sense. Alright. Check it out. I think I'm gonna make my thumb hole now. Again, I'm not even really following this pattern anymore. Maybe I should. I'm mostly gonna use it to make the eyes. Fingerless gloves are pretty basic. I've never made them before, but I get the gist. Onward. yarn reminds me of grape soda, the color of it. So pretty. This might be a good size for me. I'll do one more row. I might just leave my thumb open though. Maybe I'll do one row. I don't know yet, okay? To be determined. Okay, here's it with the extra row for the thumb. But I honestly don't think it really adds a lot, so I think I'm just gonna take it off. I think I just like how that looks better. It's simpler. The base is all done. Now I just need to add eyeballs. Also love how the purple gradiated gorge. It looks like they just kind of embroider on the whites and the pupils. So maybe I'll try a different method though. I don't know if I want to embroider. I love that I'm still embroidering even though I was like, I don't want to embroider. I'm still managing to embroider. Okay, I tried 2 different methods. Honestly, neither of them looked that great to me. I think I'm gonna go with this one. I don't know, I really don't think it matters too much. Alright, let me put them on. Okay, I did preemptively go and make the other eyes. I still have the one that's different from the other ones. I think it's fine. It is what it is, you know? So I am going to go make the other glove, I think. I should probably make the eyeballs for the green one too. Just get it out of the way. I really don't like making these eyes. If you're curious how I'm doing it, it's not how they do it in the pattern, but honestly, it doesn't look better. The way that she does it looks better. I just don't really want to do that, so I'm not. But anyways, I am in a magic ring, single crocheting 5 with white, and then switching to the black, and then single crocheting 2 in black, and then switching back to the white and slip stitching back into my first stitch in the white, and then fastening off. And then honestly, I'm just tying the black ends together and the white ends together and cutting them off short. I don't usually do that, but I really just can't be bothered. So that's what that looks like. Not great, but it's fine. And then I'm half double crocheting 7 in a magic ring with the purple, slip stitching into the first stitch, chaining 1, and then I grab my eyeball part, I put it together like that, and then I go in through the first white stitch, and then I just am single crocheting it onto the purple, and then I'm only doing the white stitches. As soon as I get to the pupil, I just stop and I fasten off. So that's what I'm doing. That's how I'm making the eyes. Not my favorite. It's like all the worst parts about amigurumi put into a tiny little eyeball that I need 8 of. I chose to make this project. Like, I can't complain. I don't have to do this. I can stop whenever I want. Although at this point, I am a little bit in too deep. Then I fasten off, and I'm gonna leave a long tail. Although one of these I totally forgot to leave a long tail. And there's my eyeball. Doesn't look amazing, but gets the job done. Why did I do purple? I already had all my purple ones. Why didn't you say something? I'm not wasting this eyeball though. I am going to just undo this. I can't believe I just did that. I've had a lot of brain farts with this project. Green. Honestly, I think these eyeballs have taken me as long as making the gloves took me. So, I mean, they really don't take me that long, but I think I just trying to figure out how to make them, how I wanted to make them. I feel like this is probably the easiest method. Well, I don't know if that's even true. Embroidering it might be easier. I just really am not in the mood. I'm really not in the mood to embroider, so that's why I'm doing it this way. There we go. Green eyeball. Perfect. Times 4. I will be back. 4 green froggy eyeballs. Yay. Officially have 2 pairs of purple gloves and 2 pairs of green gloves. These ones are a little bit bigger because they are for Ben. These ones aren't super matchy-matchy. These ones kind of ended up being a little bit more matchy-matchy, and I think it's because I made the eyeballs in between so the yarn caught up to the same spot in the colorway. These ones I did back-to-back, so go like this. But now I just need to attach the eyeballs on and weave in all my ends, and I'm done. So, see you for the reveal. Alright everyone, here's my finished costume. My camera's like wigging out right now at the side of me. Doesn't know what to do. Painted my face purple, obviously, as you can see. I got a face painting kit and it was not good. So I ended up kind of going over my whole face with white paint. And then I had a purple eyeshadow, so I just went everywhere with the purple eyeshadow. So I'm a little bit glittery. I'm here for it. And then the gloves came out so cute too. What do you think? It's definitely an interesting look, but that's what Halloween's all about. So I'm so excited to wear this to our party on Friday. We are going to a party on the day of actual Halloween. So I will definitely post a picture of my partner and I both in our outfits. Yeah, in the meantime, you just get me, so enjoy, I guess. Hopefully I don't haunt your dreams tonight. I'll do my best. But yeah, this is my Halloween costume for this year, so I hope you guys enjoy it. Of course, I have the green version right here too. Oh my gosh, I just think it looks so funny without a head in it. And the gloves as well. That's gonna be it for this video, so thank you so much for watching. Once again, let me know what you're gonna be for Halloween this year. I am so curious to know, or if you already dressed up too. I know a lot of people celebrated last weekend, so let me know. Send me a picture of your costume on Instagram if you want. Or if you're not dressing up this year, but you like to dress up, let me know what your favorite costume was in the past. Or if you don't like dressing up at all, let me know your favorite thing about fall. Mine's Halloween if you can't tell. But yeah, other than that, I hope you guys have a happy and safe Halloween. I hope that you get equal amounts of fright and fun. And if you want, you can follow me on my other socials. It's at Viney_Maple, which is the same way it is spelled right here. I will see you over there, and I will see you in my next one. Bye! My coworkers are gonna be like, oh, what'd you do on your day off? Just dressed up like a frog.